The man who carried 2023, the idol of most Star Wars editors, the biggest shorts creator in his prime, arguably one of the greatest editors of all time, the king of Star Wars edits. This is MJT Productionz. Alright, how's it going everyone? Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm doing pretty good myself. In today's video, we're going to be going through MJT Productionz' entire career, starting from the very bottom of the barrel on Phase 1, The Birth of the Goat. His first ever edit is titled Anakin vs. Obi-Wan, and it was posted on April 1st, 2022, which is April Fool's Day. Now obviously, this edit isn't the greatest. There's no shakes, there's no CC, there's no transitions, there wasn't even any good timings yet. However, he would continue editing, and over time, he slowly started getting better and better at what he's doing. His main specialty was in Star Wars WIS edits. For those of you who don't know what WIS means, it's an abbreviation for who is stronger, and these type of edits usually compare two or more characters to see, well, who is stronger. Duh. But anyways, he would blow up rather quickly because this specific edit titled Star Wars Old vs. New garnered over 3.7 million views. And then when MJT posted the next edit after that, that too blew up because it reached 1.6 million views. If you guys don't know how insane that is, this is my 8th and 9th edit in comparison. Only 46 views and 2.5 thousand views. Heck, even my current views don't come close in comparison. On April 29th, 2022, he joined the Mr. Incredible Becoming Canon meme, which was a huge deal at the time, and he continued joining on even more trends like actors who will always be known for that one character, that "you're gonna die, I'm gonna kill you" trend, and old era versus new era. He also started evolving his editing style because he's starting to use cooler text, his timing is perfect this time, and there's shapes now. Things would drastically change though in Phase 2, the CC Revolution. On October 10th, 2022, MJT Productionz would make his first ever edit containing a CC, which means color correction if you guys don't know. And he also started doing more edits outside of Star Wars like Marvel, DC, anime, God of War, and even basketball content. MJT also started making long-form content, most notably his own scene packs of different Star Wars characters, but they didn't get much views compared to his short-form content. But I do gotta say though, those thumbnails go really hard for just some scene packs. He also must have switched from CapCut to Alight Motion during this time because he's using advanced effects that aren't even available in CapCut back in 2023. Furthermore, his WIS edit significantly improved, and I'm not saying slight improvements like better shakes, I'm talking full-on makeovers. Here, I'll show you guys the difference in levels from Phase 1 MJT to Phase 2 MJT.
Sorry, I'm not into short.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's obvious now. It's becoming pretty clear that MJT Productionz was reaching its prime, and that prime would shortly arrive in Phase 3, the peak of MJT. Around the start of 2023, he was transitioning from the CC Revolution into his prime. However, I would say the starting point for MJT's prime would be on the 1st of May 2023, when MJT would drop this absolute bombshell of an edit titled Luke Skywalker vs. Anakin Skywalker. And it uses effects that I still use today. MJT was really ahead of his time here because while he was using the same level of effects as modern day me, he was doing it back in 2023. I didn't even start this channel yet during that time. I was still using CapCut for school projects like a caveman. MJT had it all at this point. Popularity? Check. Editing skill? Check. Consistency? Check. Now I know some of you are gonna say something like, oh, Necro has less subscribers but is better at editing, or oh, current Busen makes way better edits than 2023 MJT. But the thing is, those standards were different back then, okay? This edit right here in 2023 would have been considered just as good as this edit right here in 2025. The reason for this, editing inflation. In 2023, CapCut was still the most dominant editing app. Alight Motion was still very underrated, and there were barely any editing tutorials or presets, meaning MJT most likely had to learn everything by himself. No presets, no tutorials, no QR codes. So for him to pull off something like this in his time was considered to be just as good as this edit in today's modern era of editing. Speaking of presets though, MJT dropped an editing pack which garnered lots of appreciation from his fan base. He also rated Blazer and Geezer Gozer, both of which were also the biggest Star Wars editors on the platform. But the most peakest thing he's ever done is his Jedi/Sith tournament, which was a series of Wiz edits from different Star Wars characters, and literally nothing was capped. Every episode was edited to perfection, and even after the tournament was over, he still kept posting peak after peak after peak. Sadly, good things don't last forever, and he would lose his prime on Phase 4, the retirement. Sure, MJT did take a few days off from editing, but he was still somewhat consistent. It happens even to the best of us, as they might miss a day or two of dropping an edit. However, in MJT's case, the dude literally disappeared for 6 months straight. There was no updates, there was no announcement, there wasn't even any retirement plans. MJT was consistent, dipped out, and then randomly came back out of nowhere. Obviously, not uploading for so long would impact views because the Obi-Wan edit only got 9.2 thousand views. But then MJT disappears again for 7 months this time and comes back with the Omni-Man vs Darth Vader edit. He then uploaded pretty consistently for the next few days after the Omni-Man vs Darth Vader edit. But sadly, the story ends right here because he has not uploaded since April 7, 2025. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please do leave a like and subscribe. It's free and it helps me out a lot. Also, shout out to these guys. Their channels will be in the description. With that being said, see ya!